You've got an excellent point, but we never know how high this is going to go, especially with the momentum and the fuel behind this. I mean, this could hit $1,000, and maybe when it comes back down, I'm not talking about comes back down to 5 or 10. I'm talking about when it retraces maybe 5 or 10%.
This is the How to Trade Stocks and Options podcast, brought to you by 10MinuteStockTrader.com, where we cover finance, stocks, options, entrepreneurship, education, and money. And here's your host, voted one of the top 100 people in finance, Christopher Ewell. Hey there, traders. Welcome back to today's How to Trade Stocks and Options podcast. Today, we have a special lesson for you. I'm putting it here on the podcast because I really believe that this is going to provide you massive value, and that's what I'm trying to do here. And hey, listen, if this podcast was useful to you at all, I really highly suggest that you go check out the full trading course at AIStockTradingSystem.com. That's AIStockTradingSystem.com. Hey, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified every time we give you more tools, tips, and tricks to help you trade faster and trade smarter every single week.
Let's talk about more of the markets now with Christopher Ewell. He is founder and head trader at 10-Minute Stock Trader. Chris, good to see you again. I'm just curious if you own any of these meme stocks that Jared was just talking about, and what might you tell investors who are either playing with these stocks right now or enticed to?
Well, Alexis, thanks for having me back on. Actually, last time we spoke, I was in AMC and had gotten out of it and doubled my money in the meantime. But right now, no, I don't have anything on. I'm actually looking at the energy sector and the financial sector. Those two have been on a very hot streak lately. But I will say I had a couple of people texting me this morning with their GameStop shares that they accidentally have had for a decade and wound up in this fortunate position. I said, you know what? Hang on for the ride. Nobody knows how high this is going to go. We saw a couple of months ago the volatility that can be in there. But you know what? Hang on for the ride. At some point, it'll come back down, and maybe then it'll be the time to take profits. But in the meantime, who knows how high this could go?
Wait, why would you want to take profits when it comes back down, Christopher? I mean, I would think if you got this stock as like a gift, a decade ago or something, because you were into video games and GameStop, you see the tremendous ride it's been on. Maybe it does make sense. I mean, these people certainly aren't day trading. Maybe it does make sense for them to take those profits now.
You've got an excellent point, but we never know how high this is going to go, especially with the momentum and the fuel behind this. I mean, this could hit $1,000. And maybe when it comes back down, I'm not talking about comes back down to 5 or 10. I'm talking about when it retraces maybe 5 or 10% from its highs. I certainly wouldn't want someone to watch this go up to 350 and then back down to 5 and have really nothing to show for it. That's what I mean. We're going to trend trade this as high and as far as we can.
Gotcha. All right. I want to talk a little bit about those old school names that Jared was ticking through a moment ago. One of them being GE, another one being John Deere. They seem to be back in favor right now with investors. What's your thoughts on those kinds of stocks and how much do they make up your portfolio?
So right now, like I was saying a few minutes ago, I am heavy into energy and I'm heavy into financials. But I am starting to dip my toe into the industrial sector, specifically GE and John Deere, which is really interesting because those are the kind of names that when you talk about GE and John Deere, my great grandfather would know all about those. But now in this new generation where you've got the meme stocks on one hand, and then you've got something like GE, which is catching a bid all of a sudden, and John Deere, which you're thinking, like, what is this old-timey company with the tractors? Like, nobody cares about that. But, Alexis, we still have people to feed, right? We still have jet engines that hopefully will be taking off soon with more travelers. The CDC was saying that if you're vaccinated and your family's vaccinated, you all can be in the same room without any masks on. And I think that that's really encouraging in the industrial space specifically, because now hopefully you'll be having more family gatherings, you'll be having more travel, and basically moving the economy back to where we wanted it to be, a year ago at this point. So, yeah, these names are very interesting to me. But like I say, they're where I'm dipping my toe into, but heavily right now in energy and financials.
All right, so you're dipping your toe into those areas. Does that mean you're taking a toe out of some of those highly valued tech stocks? I mean, how are you sort of moving things around and how much are you allocating to the tech sector, which we know has been quite volatile, which we know has dipped into correction territory? What do you think about that sector?
So tech has been hurting, as you could tell. I mean, you look at Tesla, it's been down over 30% from its highs, and then, just had a totally normal 20% correction back up yesterday. So tech stocks have been off my radar for about a month now, especially XLK, like you've got shown up on the screen. Basically, it started to show the weakness. And as we talked about earlier with GameStop, when the stock is showing signs of weakness, that's the time to get out. But hold it strong while it's going up. Hold it with the diamond hands, as they say, while it's going up. But once it starts to crest, once it starts to come down, the prudent thing to do is take your profits and look for other sectors to be in. So right now, I have zero tech exposure whatsoever. I have been lightening up my finance positions. Yesterday, just got out of Charles Schwab and Citibank. Both of those have been incredible over the last few weeks. But right now, I feel like the financials, while they are starting to top, still look like a great buy if you're into the right stocks.
All right. Wow. Not holding on to any tech at the moment. Christopher Uhl, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your insight.
Okay, so what'd you think? That was pretty incredible, right? Now, if you like that, that's only a taste, only a sample of what you're going to find in the full AI stock trading system. And I really highly encourage you to go and check this out. Obviously, you are interested in learning and how to trade, and that's why you're listening to this podcast. Now, I'm going to take and download my entire trading system that I use day in and day out onto you. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is over at the AIStockTradingSystem.com. You're going to get phase 1, 2, and 3, several bonuses, and on top of that, I'm going to walk you through over a dozen trades that I put on inside of my account, holding your hand and showing you exactly how I got in, how I got out, how I use the artificial intelligence data, and how this could work inside of your own trading portfolio on a daily basis. So make sure you head on over to AIStockTradingSystem.com. That's AIStockTradingSystem.com to learn more and to get started and to download my decade plus worth of trading experience into your hands so you can start using the AI stock trading system today, the 5-step system to take the guesswork out of trading. Hey, if you like this video, let me know by leaving me a like below, and then subscribe and share it with somebody you think could use it as well. Be sure to comment below with your biggest takeaway from this episode and any suggestions you have for future episodes. And finally, make sure you watch these other videos to help you trade faster and trade smarter, and I'll see you on the next episode.